On a December morning in 1948, a man's body was found, propped against a seawall on an Australian beach. He carried no wallet, no ID, and every single label had been cut from his clothes. Decades later, investigators would still not officially agree on who he was, or even how he died. This is the case that would come to be known as the Tamám Shud mystery. It was the 1st of December 1948 at Somerton Beach near Glenelg, just south of Adelaide, South Australia. A passerby noticed a well-dressed man lying still against the sea wall. The man appeared to be in his 40s, wearing a suit with no papers, no identification, and nothing in his pockets to say who he was. Police had no leads on his identity. A 1949 coroner's inquest, led by coroner Thomas Erskine Cleland, tried to determine both his identity and his cause of death. It ended without answers on either question. The pathologist involved in the case said he was astounded to find nothing conclusive in his examination. No cause of death was ever established, a rare and unsettling outcome for the era. In January 1949, detectives traced a brown suitcase to the man. It had been checked into a cloakroom at Adelaide's railway station the day before he was found. The link came from a distinctive thread used to mend his trousers, which matched thread found in the suitcase. But like his suit, the clothing inside the case had every label cut out. Months after his death, investigators made another discovery. Sewn into a hidden fob pocket of his trousers was a tiny scrap of paper, rolled tightly and easy to miss. The paper bore two printed words: Tamám Shud, Persian for ended or finished. It had been torn from the final page of a copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a well-known collection of poetry. Police searched for the exact copy the page had come from. Eventually, a matching edition of the Rubaiyat was handed in, and its final page torn out to match. Inside that book's back cover was something stranger still, a handwritten code made up of capital letters, arranged in lines that investigators were never able to fully decipher. Also written in the book was a phone number. When police called it, the trail led to a local nurse referred to in records as Jessica Jestin Thompson. Thompson was questioned by police. According to records, she denied knowing the man. She was never charged with any crime, and no evidence has ever tied her to his death. With no name, no confirmed cause of death, and no solid leads, the case went cold. The man was eventually buried, his grave marked simply as the unknown man. Over the decades, the case drew theories ranging from Cold War espionage to an undetectable poisoning. None of these were ever confirmed by the coroner, police, or any official investigation. The mystery kept resurfacing in public interest, fueled by the unresolved code, the missing labels, and a cause of death that had never officially been determined by anyone. By the 2010s, advances in DNA science reignited hope that the man's identity could finally be confirmed more than 70 years after he was found on that beach. In April 2021, South Australian authorities exhumed the man's remains. The state's Attorney General approved the exhumation, citing the intense and enduring public interest the case had generated. The goal was straightforward: extract usable DNA and, for the first time, potentially put a real name to the man who had been unidentified since 1948. Researchers turned to an unusual source: hairs preserved on a death mask cast of the man's face, made shortly after his body was found decades earlier. In July 2022, University of Adelaide professor Derek Abbott and forensic genealogist Colleen Fitzpatrick announced a breakthrough. They believed they had identified the man using that extracted DNA. According to their announcement, the man was Carl Charles Webb, an electrical engineer born in 1905 in Footscray, Victoria, a name the public had waited 74 years to hear. But as of that 2022 announcement, South Australia Police and Forensic Science South Australia had not verified the findings. Officially, the identification remains a researcher's claim, not a confirmed fact. Authorities stated they had no updates to share and would comment only once their own independent testing was complete, leaving the identification in a kind of official limbo. Just as significantly, the original mystery at the heart of the case has never been resolved. No cause of death and no manner of death has ever been officially determined. More than 70 years after a man was found on a quiet Australian beach with no name and no explanation, the most basic questions about his life and death remain officially open. Whether the 2022 DNA claim will ever be formally confirmed by South Australian authorities is still unknown. For now, the Tamám Shud case remains exactly what it has always been: unsolved.